All right, 45 seconds of hop switch. I'm in my side lunge to my right. I got good depth. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Quick hop switch to the other side. Again, really fight right now. Get some depth on this. And maybe right now we'll say you're moving at a moderate pace. You're looking to open up that straight leg inner thigh, and you're doing so by getting really good depth out of the opposite side, that bent knee side. Got 15 more seconds following the same model here. One more left, one more right. Okay, we're now just gonna add a little night shield. So that's not new to either one of you two. So right now, I'm in my cross body bottom. I go to cross body top knee, my gloves in front of my left shoulder. I'm gonna take everything to my straight leg side. So I actually pivot my left foot, which is my lead foot, take a little step with my right foot, and I end up pushing that knee. If there's someone here, I want to move them out of my way. We literally just pivot back to where we came from. Then we do a hop switch. Cross body bottom right now. Here's my cross body top. Pivot the lead right foot. Step with the left foot. Push that person away. And right now we should be square in the direction we're facing. Pivot back. I'll go slow with the cueing for one more. Cross body top. Pivot left foot, step right foot, you're squared up now facing left. Pivot back. Hop switch. Cross body top, pivot right foot, reset left foot, depth, pivot. All right, I'm gonna stop talking now, you got the idea. Let's go 4 more of this combo. And I always think like our quote defense of the shield is always to the inside of this flow, which is the straight leg side. This is one where I like to be kind of quick on my hop switch, relatively slow on my night shield, just so I get mechanically everything down correctly. All right, addition, so Pat, not new for you. Kevin, this is new for you. So we're gonna be doing 2 things here. Bent leg side. We're pushing it off. We're getting into a balanced pose with the bent knee. So the lower body mechanics are like this. Upper body, we're gonna shoot an arrow. So if I'm in a side lunge here, I push off and switch, shoot my arrow back to the direction I came from, right back where I came from. So I'm just there. So that's the addition we're gonna make. So I wanna do all the things together now. So think about it like this. Our defense is to the inside, our offense are arrows to the outside. So I'll go slow with you here. So I'm gonna come off really quick to the left, just to create my hop switch opportunity to the right. So hop switch right. So now let's start off with what we've been doing. Night shield inside, so defense inside. Offense outside, so I'm going to push off my right, balance left, arrow right. And then right back where I came from. So now we're on a loop. Hop switch, night shield inside right, pivot, arrow outside left. Hop switch. Defense in, offense out. Hop switch. Defense inside, offense outside. Hop switch. So 2 more each way. Defense in, offense out. Hop switch. You shut down the queuing. I think you got it by now. Actually, go one more each way and shut this thing down. And done. Okay. Shake those legs off for a second. Really quick sip of water. We're going to work on a Crescent Switch next. Morning, John. How you doing?
Good. Sorry, internet issues.
All good. All right. Crescent Switch. So, John, new for you. Kevin, new for you. Pat, we've been doing a little bit of this. So here's how this guy works. This isn't like a really important part of the flow, frankly. So if you really struggle with this for any reason, you can still do the flow we're going to do with this being removed. And I'll give you a way of doing that. But here's this Crescent Switch I did. So I am in I'm in Cradle. What I want to do is take this thing behind my head and end up in a cradle on the other side. So here's what it looks like. I take it over my head. I'm going to use this elbow right here, like literally just sit in the crook of that elbow to kind of bump it to the other side. And I'm there. That's my entire switch. So let's do this for a couple cycles really quick. So let's everybody get into Cradle. I'm on Cradle on my left, and I think like a posterior view might make sense right here. So left arm Cradle. If you watch right now, my right hand is on the back. My left hand is on the front, and I'm going to use the left elbow to bump it to the other side. So when I do that, I bump it, but my hands naturally switch, and my left hand is behind. So let's bump it again. We'll take it down. We'll take it back up. Bump it with that right elbow. Left hand ends up in front. Down again to my Cradle. Up. Bump and switch hands. Down. And make sure we're on the same page with my hands like wood. Here's what's happening. Let me take a name. It's really nothing complicated. Just my hands are open and loose enough for the ball to kind of rotate and my hands to transition. That's it. As long as it ends up switching from Cradle left to Cradle right, like we're all good, even if the details about it aren't absolutely perfect. Okay. All right, so let's now make that transition happen like in a practical manner. So we're going to end up in the side lunge. So here's, again, I'm giving you anterior view just so you can see Mace and hand transitions. I would, let's say, end up, the flow we're going to do, we go from night shield to side lunge. And all we're going to have happen here is Cradle. And I'm there. And that's literally how we're going to use it. That's going to be the entire thing. So why don't we work on that just like real quick, just for a couple reps. So let's all get into a side lunge right. And let's do our night shield left, which is, again, the way we're going to be exiting this. So I got my night shield going. I pivot back, and I end up with a Cradle on my left, which means that tail has to pass in front of my face. Bang, right in my left hand. Then all we're going to do is take it up and bump. And now we're on the right. And then the next step would be, Mace stage right here, it would actually be a right leg forward lunge, just so you know where we're going. Everybody good with that piece? Okay. Now, real quick, one more transition. And we've done this before. Kevin, not you, but Jean and Pat we have. There's a way to take our mace from here, cradle. If I open this palm up here, that's on the globe, to this other hip. So here, Kev, right? I'm here, kind of like holding with open hand. I literally just gonna pull it and take it to that opposite hip. The globe ends up in front of me. Now everybody knows a horizon switch. Got it all. All right, so here's gonna be the way this guy works. So I'm gonna go like real slow. Don't worry about following along with me right now. We would go into a right leg forward lunge with the same side right arm cradle. 1. Right leg will be our mover here. I'm gonna go all the way to reverse lunge, and I want to take the mace to this left hip. So 2. Horizon switch into my side lunge. 3. Night shield, and this is that piece we worked on a second ago. A lot of stuff going on there. So I'm going to go slow now, and I'm going to give you my back. We're going to focus on the right leg being our moving side. So let's all get set up here with globe on the right, and I'm going to give you my back here. So right leg forward lunge, right arm cradle. 1, 2, 3, pause. Right hand's going to go open palm so we can get the mace out here with the right leg reverse lunge. So I'm gripping with this left hand, going into that right leg reverse lunge, and now my mace is sitting on my left hip with the globe forward. Horizon switch to side lunge right. Night shield always to the straight leg, so here's a defense to the inside. We pivot back. Now we're in a left arm cradle to crescent, and then we're ready to continue the whole flow on a loop with right leg forward lunge. Anyone having any major issues? Are we okay? All right, cool. We're gonna roll. So let's hit 6 full cycles right, 6 full cycles left. All right, we'll roll on through. Globe right, let's say 1, 2, 3, right leg forward lunge, right arm cradle. Transition that mace that left hip, right leg reverse lunge. Horizon switch right, night shield left. Weight shift back, get to cradle left, take it high, bump, side lunge right. We're set up for the next thing. It's just going to be a right leg forward lunge, maintain the cradle you already have. Let's go to it. 1, 2, 3. Right leg forward lunge. Grip with the left to that left hip as you go right leg reverse lunge. Horizon right. Night shield left. As you come back, try to get right to that left arm cradle. Crescent switch. I'm waiting for everybody in case you're not with me. Right arm cradle, right leg forward lunge to the hip and reverse lunge. Horizon switch, side lunge. Night shield left. Right to that cradle with that left arm, and right to that crescent switch. Right leg forward lunge. Transition to hip. Side lunge, horizon. Night shield. Pivot. Cradle. Crescent. 2 more cycles. I'll be a little quiet though. Pausing and waiting. Right leg forward lunge. Done. All good? All right, we're going left side. So shake those legs off very briefly here. It's be the same exact thing we just did with the left leg as the lead. And we are about halfway through, just so everyone knows where you stand. All right. Left arm cradle, left leg forward lunge. Left leg is the sole mover in this. So here we go. Slow left. Left leg forward lunge, left arm cradle. We're going to reach for that mace, pull to the right hip as we go left leg reverse lunge. Horizon switch left. Night shield right. Now, as we pivot back to the side lunge left, we want to take the tail in front of our face, go to that right arm cradle, crescent switch above that head. And now we've got our globe on our left, ready to cradle, left leg forward lunge. Mace to that right hip. Oops. Horizon switch left. Night shield right. And as we pivot, we're going immediately into that right arm cradle, mace overhead, crescent switch, left leg forward lunge. To right hip, horizon switch left, night shield right. Right to that right arm cradle as you pivot into your side lunge left, crescent. 3 more cycles. Left leg forward. Mace to right hip. Horizon switch left. Night shield right. Get right arm cradle as you pivot. Stay in that side lunge left. Crescent switch. Left leg forward lunge. 2 more. To hip. Horizon. Night shield. Pivot back, crescent right to left. Left leg forward lunge. Mace right hip, horizon, and night shield right. Okay, see if you can put these 2 together, right? So we're weight shifting left as we're going right into that cradle right, crescent switch to left. 1 more done. There it was. Shake it off, catch your breath. All right. So we went fast, a little slower. We're going to bump it back to the fast again in the next slow. All uppercuts in the next slow here. So 3 parts. We're going to go after kind of like a reverse lunge to forward lunge with an uppercut, reverse lunge to high knee with an uppercut. Finally, like this part's a little funky because it's not a step. We're going to put the foot back down and the mace goes back on the hip after the high knee. And finally, it's just a side lunge uppercut. So once again, the good news is you have one leg that you move, and every time there's like a forward action, like our effort part, that coincides with your uppercut. So let's go slow at first here. So I'm going to set my mace on my right hip here. And when I do that, hold it kind of like a sword, blow behind, tail in front, palm down also on that front arm. So let's just throw a couple uppercuts quick. So here's our transition. If we really go slow and break this thing down, I end up here in kind of this cross-body bottom position. And then when I finish, there's a nice little turn of my torso. And we got that nice platform of elbow really underneath that fist to kind of support it. So strong, weak. Same note, strong, weak. So let's just go a couple more. Don't worry about the pause now. Just get right to that uppercut posture. And everyone looks pretty good here. Yeah, all good. All right, so here's our plan of action. I'm going to give you my back right away. We're just going to get to it. So pendulum lunge uppercut, which means reverse lunge, forward lunge, land the uppercut. Then a reverse lunge, high knee, you land the uppercut. Then you're going to tap your foot down before you go side lunge with the uppercut. So that's it. A very uncomplicated flow here. So let's go globe on the right, everybody. Let's try to go 8 cycles on this. That should be a moderate amount. So here we are, Mace on the right. First move, left leg, reverse lunge, forward lunge, land your uppercut. So let's say 1, 2, 3, reverse lunge, forward lunge, land the uppercut. All the way back to that reverse lunge, so push back hard. High knee uppercut. Now we gotta tap the foot here and put the mace on this hip so we can transition to side lunge left. Uppercut. Now if you're feeling brave, we're gonna push off that left foot, go all the way back to the reverse lunge, and the mace will come back on this hip. So one clean move, 1, 2, 3. Whoop, not a clean move though. There we are. Okay, so pendulum uppercut. So that's forward lunge, land the uppercut. Push back hard to reverse lunge. This time you got your high knee uppercut. Tap the foot, mace on the hip, side lunge uppercut. Back to left leg reverse lunge. Forward lunge uppercut. Push back hard. High knee uppercut. Tap the foot, mace on the hip, left leg, side lunge uppercut. Forward uppercut. High knee uppercut. Tap foot, side lunge left uppercut. Or 4 down, 4 to go. I'll stop cueing. Two to go. Last one, try to move fast through it. All right, shake those legs out for a sec. It's the same exact thing, just other side. So we did 8, we're gonna match it. Mace now sits left hip, right leg becomes our mover. Right leg mover, mace left hip. So slow in the beginning. Right leg reverse lunge. Land the forward lunge in the uppercut. Push back hard, reverse lunge. High knee, land your uppercut. Tap right foot, mace on hip, side lunge right uppercut. Right from here to that reverse lunge right, mace back on the hip. Forward lunge uppercut. All the way back. High knee uppercut. Tap foot, mace hip, side lunge uppercut. I'll cue one more and be quiet. Forward uppercut. High knee uppercut. Tap foot, side lunge uppercut. All right, 5 more, let's do it. Two to go. Last one, right here. All right, shake it off again. Catch breath. We'll be kind of slow and steady again, back and forth like we've been. So now we'll go chill, slow. And perfect for you, Jean. This is the rising sun flow, so very appropriate. All right, so slow here. Rising sun. We are going to be in warrior. So my hands are stacked, my mace is in front, and I'm always going to take my bottom hand off. So this is always going to be the one that moves regardless of what we do. We're going to take this hand, and again, the rising sun piece, we're blocking out the sun with this hand. So you can see my palm. It's not between me and my mace. It's between my mace and the sun is the idea. And here's the sun. We're blocking out that sun. Oh, so Jean, flip your mace upside down really quick, or the other way around. So like here's that sun. So back to where we were. Bottom hand comes off. Block out the sun, and now literally it just sits right in the crook of the elbow here. So exactly how you hold it is kind of up to you, but we can go close fist. We can push that thumb out to kind of create a little bit of balance. We can go open hand. My base hand, my bottom one, is blocking my belly button. So from here, here's our hand transition. Tail up, globe down. If you watch this hand, I'm going to grip with my thumbs down. So right now I am thumb down, thumb down. Top hand comes off. We let the mace go parallel to the ground. Then finally we would reconnect and we'd end up in a side lunge, just so you know where we're going to actually go with it. So let's do it again. Same hand. So for me, this is my left. Bottom hand comes off. Globe up. Block out that sun. Crook of the elbow. And to be clear, like I'm not out here at 90. I'm here at about 45. It's a little bit like an optical illusion. So from this position, again, we're going to take it back to globe down, tail up, both thumbs are down right here. Top hand just releases. Mace goes parallel to the ground. We reconnect in our side lunge. That's it. So this is like a real slow, controlled, chill one. So this is all high knee work, where we're here as much as we can be. We have 2 steps and that's it. So it's going to be dragon lunge and a side lunge. But all of our like transition points, we're trying to hit that kind of fancy high knee deal. So let's do this together. I'm going to take my left hand off. And what that'll mean is I'm going to go into right leg dragon lunge, right leg side lunge. It's a trick though. When I make that transition, I'm not going to go regular dragon. I'm going to go up here into my dragon. And I'm going to go up here into my side lunge. So let's do it. Left hand base, bottom. Block out the sun. Establish what's called Shaolin. Now we're going to weight shift left and take that right knee high. Nail that balance. Plant that foot and dragon. Now here's where we take the base vertical with the globe down. So let's go globe down. And we pause right here. We kind of just made like a box. So you're like in this box, so to speak, with this right elbow being high. We're going to come up to balance, and we're going to take the mace to parallel to the ground. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. So mace is just sitting there parallel. We reconnect, and we side lunge right. Let's push back where we were. Let's go 2 more like that. Left hand bottom again. Let's do the same way. Block out that sun. Establish your Shaolin. Weight shift, balance. Plant that foot in your dragon. Vertical mace. Balance. Mace parallel to the ground. Reconnected side lunge. One more same way. Left hand bottom. Take it off. Block out the sun and Shaolin. Weight shift. Balance. Plant. Vertical mace. Balance. Mace parallel to the ground. Reconnect in that side lunge right. Switch. Right hand is now bottom. So right hand comes off to block out that sun. Establish Shaolin right. Weight shift and balance. Plant. Vertical mace. Balance, mace parallel to the ground. Reconnect in that side lunge. Push back, right hand bottom. Shaolin. Get right in the crook of that elbow, take 45 degrees. Weight shift to balance. Plank. Vertical mace. Balance, mace parallel to the ground. Reconnect, side lunge. Last one coming. right hand. Shell in, weight shift, balance. Now I'm gonna stop cueing. Okay. So that's nice and fun and easy and slow. Let's kind of do a little yin and yang, not much of one for the record though. So after we do what we just did, we're gonna go into just a reverse lunge, side lunge with a horizon switch. And then we'll kind of work our way back the other way. So it'll be like Shaolin right, Shaolin left, Shaolin right, Shaolin left, with these 2 steps in the middle. 2 steps in the middle are just gonna look like this. We did this earlier, right? It's part of our flow. And then we come back to center. So I'm gonna go slow with you. Let's try to go 3 each way. I just have to figure out one thing real quick. Okay. So when we do our rising sun, let's say we end up out here. What we're gonna need to do as for these 2 steps is switch the mace and actually step back with that bent leg side to here. So I'll go slow, but that's the idea of it. So here's our plan. Let's go with left hand as the bottom hand, coming off the Shaolin left. Block out the sun, establish your Shaolin. Right leg is our mover, everybody. Balance, drag, vertical mace. Balance, reconnect into that side lunge. So now here we go. We are going to go right leg reverse lunge, but we need the mace on the left hip. So we are going to switch the mace, sitting on that left hip, horizon switch to the side lunge right, you just ring. Now we're not going to switch our hands this time. So right now the right hand's already at the bottom of the mace. Leave it like that. Step to center. Take the right hand off that mace, block out that sun. Shaolin. Balance on the right. Drag. Vertical. Balance. Reconnect to side lunge. So we need the mace on the right hip. 1, 2, 3, left leg reverse lunge, mace right hip, horizon switch left. Left hand's right at the bottom, leave it there. Push back, left hand comes off. We're gonna go 3 per side here. Block out that sun. Right leg up. Drag. Vertical mace. Balance, reconnect, switch mace, left hip, right leg back. Horizon switch back to that side lunge. Right hand ready at the bottom, leave it there. Right hand blocks out the sun. Weight shift, balance, drag, vertical, balance, reconnect, side lunge left. Left leg's going back, mace right hip. Left hand right at the bottom, leave it there. Left hand off. Shaolin and balance. Drag. Vertical. Balance. Connect into that side lunge. We're going to switch the mace, right leg back. Left hip. Horizon. Right hand is the bottom, leave it there. All right, 1 more per set, I'll be quiet. Left hand. One more each way, right hand. left hand. That's it. That's your day right there. We ended on a far more chill note than we had in the middle there. How's everybody doing? Okay. All right. Great job. So I am out next week. So vacation. So I'll see some of you for sessions, but I will not see you for this